What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hard Drive 32, a channel dedicated to playing 32-bit games, learning how to make them, and connecting with cool indie devs that are out there making such games. My name is Alex Volkin, and the host of this channel here. My history is in graphic design. Did get to work as an art director for 5 years at a video game company, mobile company, and now I'm luckily enough at a point in my life where I can actually pursue indie video games. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here today with you guys and catching up with everybody, and thank you so much for being here. So before we start off the top, I do want to take a moment here to make sure I have chat working across the board since I'm doing restream, so that way I can stream on both Twitch and on YouTube. Which, by the way, I am on Twitch and YouTube and Instagram at HardDrive32. Feel free to follow, like any one of those, and I will get right back with you. So yeah, it looks like we're good to roll. Got my audio up and going, which I'm so proud of. Do a quick test, make sure my stream chat is working okay, and it is. I'm pretty pumped. I did a whole new layout with this entire stream, trying to get chat, myself, desktop, all of it all on one screen. So I'm glad this so far is working out just fine. And yeah, I do want to tell you guys, so kind of what my primary goal is at the moment with this channel. One is, to make really cool 32-bit art. The other one, kind of the selfish one, is I do want to get to 100 followers. And primarily, I would love YouTube, but honestly, 100 overall from anywhere would be grand. The big reason why, and I'm sure a lot of YouTube creators know this, is that on YouTube, if you have less than 100 followers, then you have a disgusting URL address as your channel address. So right now, if you're trying to, do youtube.com/harddrive32, what you would find on there is youtube.com/ what does it say there in chat? UCNJ60YXL blah 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 blah. It's terrible. It's awful. I would love to have that just say youtube.com/harddrive32. So if you follow me, I would love it. It'd mean a lot to me because that is just get me that much closer to having my own custom URL versus that mess of letters. So then, having said that, what we're working on today is once again learning how to do some Blender animation. I'm using a character from, I took a character from an anime Chainsaw Man, and I made him into a 32-bit character that resembles something out of Mega Man Legends, or kind of like the old school, 3D Pokemon games. And yeah, now we're trying to learn how to animate him. And honestly, this is like been my third attempt at doing this animation, because it's just like I keep watching tutorials and I'm learning a little bit more. So I'm really excited today to give this walk animation another whirl, because there's already a lot of things that I learned that are both time savers as well as ways to clean up the animation. And hopefully you guys along the way will learn a little bit more on how to do Blender animations. So yeah, thanks again for being here, and let's switch over to my sound like I said desktop. We'll switch over to my desktop. All right, let's pop open Blender here with Denji. Boom. This is the boyo in question, and we had, let me see, I went ahead and I cleared out all of his animation because we're going to start fresh. We're going to start new today, and he has set up on him what is known as the Unity Meta Rig. Unity Meta Rig is kind of like a puppeteer way of controlling your characters. As you see here, you can control and move him. Boom. Works fantastic. And what I wish to do is I learned a number of things, such as before I was like moving for his walk animation, I was having him move one leg, then the other, and I was copying and pasting those animation cycles between the two. You don't have to do any of that. Blender has it built in. Watching tutorials is so helpful. Who knew? So yeah, we will hopefully be able to do a quicker animation cycle this very session live without any problems. So let's, before we start here, I'm gonna take a moment here. There's this excellent YouTube channel called Kevin Perry, which I'm gonna recommend to you guys. So this dude does primarily like tutorials as well as animations for reference. And the video I saw of his first was actually him magically turning into balloons, which you guys probably seen something similar on TikTok. It's where you do what I call the Luigi fall from Smash Bros. Into the ground and then become something else. But anyways, this guy's got a ton of really great animation references for you guys to pull from. And the one today is that I'm going to use for learning how to do this animation is going to be his 100 walks. So yeah, it's him on this treadmill doing a bunch of different like pose and animation cycles, and we're going to pull from one of these to do our character walk. Also, while it's playing through this for a moment, just want to recommend this. By the way, guys, I got it's in the middle of the day, but I don't care. Got a vanilla pumpkin beer from O'Fallon. They are, I think they're from St. Louis, which I live in Missouri, so props to us having a half decent local beer. This is probably my favorite as far as the pumpkin beers goes. This is my faves, so definitely recommend it. All right, we'll do a quick scrub through. Now, whenever I think of Denji, so in Chainsaw Man, he's a very just lackadaisical character. He's just kind of has like a lazy strut about him. So we're gonna find a really good walk animation here that just screams like, I don't give a shit. Teenage Hooligan's pretty good. This guy is impressing me to do this on a treadmill. Oh my lord. Cowboy, aka most people in most Springfield residents, they walk with a cowboy strut. Let's find something cool in here. Yeah, like I said, this channel, Kevin Perry, prop in chat for you guys again. Fantastic. Total recommendation. Honestly, Sleepwalk's close too. Okay. We got the teenage gangster Sleepwalk. Oh. It's great. I love that this guy is giving all these references. Ducking through a crowd, wedgie helicopter. I'd love to do the look at me one. All right, we're gonna do Teenage Hooligan. That's not too far off what Denji would do. And just for reference to those that don't know what Chainsaw Man is, one is my background right there to my browser. Pop it open for ya. This is our boy in question. Where is he? There he is. So this here is Denji. Ta-da! And then the 32-bit artist I was going to pull from was Hideki Ishikawa, who is Pokemon fame, Power Stone, Mega Man Legends. Kind of an old school guy, been in the industry for a long time. Boom. Oh, come on now. Don't want to log in right now. I'll show you guys the arts. That'll do. So yeah, he's got a really shape-based characters. They're very volume heavy, so they're like cylinders, spheres, all those kind of things. So with those two, combining the Denji base character and the Ishikawa style, we came up with this guy. So let's see here. What we're going to do is we're going to get the keyframes and within this animation, the important actions here. There we go. All right, so we got, let's make slow this down. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. I hope you like the adjustments to the stream setup. A little bit proud of it. Creeper pose. Okay. Come on, thing. Give me the teenage hooligan. There we go. Okay. So there's like an exaggerated, super duper exaggerated kind of hip or shoulder movement going into it, really throwing the leg out and like almost like flicking the leading foot out. Let's start with that. Let's get that shoulder down, foot really kicked forward. Take it from there. And we'll do this from the side view here. And I'm gonna go ahead and mark his current. Yeah, we won't worry about his original pose. Okay, so kicking the foot out, rotate. So let's see. With the laziness of the walk, it's like he doesn't really lift his foot all that high. And he's like, it's also aiming out to the side of his foot. Okay. So then let's go a little lower with our foot here. And let's bring this in. We'll start with one side and then we'll flip and do the other. So, and I want to have his hands in his pocket. And since this is mirrored, up here on the top right, you can mirror the pose. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to mirror this here. Voila. Get these in his pockets. Great. Looking okay. And we're gonna want, so this is the rotation of the hips here. And then you got this, which is like the position, like if he's lifting off the ground or not. Since he's not jumping, I mean, I'm gonna lift him up just a hair. But maybe not even that much. Just a hair. And let's get that, grab this yellow here, which is his hip bone. Let's rotate on Z, or no, on Z, on X, rotate on anything, bro. Why aren't you oh, I was grabbing the wrong one, that's why. Oops. There we go. Now we could do this. Let's rotate this on Z. Rotate. They're rotating to where it is the, I don't go too crazy with it. Rotate it where the dominant leg is forward. Go too crazy. With that, gonna change to where my pocket placement's gonna be different too. Okay, so then bring the backhand. Now, class, what else is looking weird? Definitely this upper body. So if we look at the original pose here, Got a fairly neutral stance as far as like where his shoulder is. Denji, if I think of the character Denji though, he probably would walk forward with his chest bit forward here. Let's grab the. See if this is right. I'm still learning everything here, y'all. Kind of figuring this out as I go. Bring him forward just a hair. Rotating. And since he's leading with that foot, I'm gonna bring chest forward just a little bit. Yeah. I don't want him to be off balance necessarily, but awesome. Okay. This is looking decent. Part of what's throwing this all off is just the fact that this leg is so wildly off. There you go. And the difference between men and women whenever they walk is how part of it is just like the subtlety of how much their legs cross over as their hips turn. So I don't want to have this back leg crossing too much on the other side. All right, I'm feeling almost real good about this. Fine tune some of the placement here. Won't look perfect because it is a 32-bit character, so it's not like there's a lot of geometry I can work with in this. And I would say that him as a character, he'd probably also rotate his head down. He's not going to be something. He won't be looking super. He's not the happiest character, so he's not going to be looking up. He's gonna be looking a little bit downwards. All right, so now move the back leg. I'm so happy I watched this tutorial because I'm going to show you guys some magic here in a moment that I'm really proud of. Move this back into Y a little bit. And let us take a moment here. And we'll do this up a hair. What do you think, boys and girls? Does that look like a pretty solid beginning? I think the only thing we got to do now is, like, we brought the shoulder forward, but we do want to turn to where. How do you? I gotta remember how a person walks. Hips go forward with the dominant foot, but do the shoulders also go with the dominant foot? So here's the dominant foot here, the leading one. It looks like that shoulder goes back. Oh, check this message here. See. Oh, it's nothing. I have a child in school, so it's always good for me to be checking things out. Make sure he's doing great. So it looks like reverse shoulder goes back. Leading hip is forward. Okay, so shoulders and hips are reversed. So if the right foot is forward, the left shoulder is back. So let's adjust that then. Just a little bit. There we go. Feeling so good about that. It's so stupid, you guys. These little accomplishments. 3 days of bad animation. If you guys go back and look at those old videos, just from Monday or last week, oh gosh, just the subtle improvements make such a stupid difference. Yeah, by the way, if you want to archive all these, check out the YouTube channel, Hard Drive 32. That's where you'll find the vast majority of them. All right, we're going to keyframe the first animation here. All right, so foot's forward. And if we want to, we can take this and let's just go to 40. And what you can do here is you can actually, so this is what I just learned. You can copy pose. And you can paste pose. So let's go to 60, which I have it set for 60 frames per second. So that means 1 second of animation is 60 frames. And we'll paste pose. No animation and buffer to paste. Paste pose. I guess I'm copying just the keyframes. Sorry, give me a second, guys. See? There we go. Okay. That's great. But now let's go halfway through here. And let's copy this pose. This is the part where things get kind of neat. So we can copy the pose and reverse it. We'll go halfway through here. And then it's paste pose X flipped. Voila. See that? Oops. Oh, there's one problem though. It pasted it, but because I didn't keyframe it, I didn't keep it. So let's paste, then keyframe. See that, guys? It's not incredible, but that's a very quick animation there. And we'll go ahead and stick with 60 frames of animation for a moment. And we'll have it end on 59. So that way the animation doesn't duplicate any frame. So part of the weirdness here, oh my gosh, there's so much weirdness. Part of it just is general body positioning. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on some things here. It's cracking me up. I would say one thing is that as each of the different legs move forward, one, the knees shouldn't cross the way they currently are. Yeah, definitely change those leg positions. So let's go back in here for a second. Take our leg and just micro adjustments. Looks like he's trying to tap dance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the other thing is just the fact that get back here. Let's get back where we're doing this. Is the body will raise and lower according to what part of the step he is. So at this point, his body is up, and then I would say it's all guesswork, by the way, because I'm learning. So if you guys have any feedback, I not mind. I appreciate it. Raise or lower him in the Z. Oh, look at that. Look at his feet. Let's make sure his feet are touching the ground. That's part of the problem. Okay. How does this look from the side? So this first frame, I'd say his leading foot has to be touching the ground at least a little bit. The back of the foot is going to be going up here. Oops, gotta remember to mark your keyframes, y'all. And about halfway through, to make sure that one, this other foot is on the ground and it's flat. Okay. Get in there. Get in there. Shall we do? Do one quick thing. Since I did adjust my setup on stream, I'm gonna make sure everything's looking great. Yeah, thanks again, by the way, for being here at Hard Drive 32. It means a lot, and I always appreciate it. So I'm constantly learning and trying to improve. Which I'm pretty excited, by the way. I got a teaching job in college where I'm going to be teaching programming here in the spring, which at that point, financially, like, everything will be set up well enough to where I can just work on stream and game stuff without having to worry too much about most things. I'm really, really pumped about the opportunities that are going to come from that. Adjusting my text settings and chat. Go, boys and girls. Perfect. We'll make sure that works out better. Okay. I think one thing is I'm not happy with how far back his leg goes. So let's actually move this a little bit further back in the Y. That's like, oh, I always remember to mark your keyframes. Because that's the thing with humans is you got to balance your weight constantly. So if he's not got an opposite placement here, it just doesn't make sense. And the other thing is, boom, it goes back. And then as it comes forward, to have it raised way higher. So boom. Oh, we'll go 45 here. I would love to have see how a human walks. I'm curious if there's ever a moment in which like both legs are. See here, we're doing this with our fingers. Just watch the reference. I don't think my fingers are gonna be the perfect example of how to do an animation. So my question is the halfway through point. Boom. Okay. So when one leg is completely vertical, the other one's already bent and like driving forward. Okay. That's what we need to know. Am I doing that in my animation? So for example, all right, this comes back and at the halfway point, we'll need to have the other foot halfway. Kind of like step forward more. Let's go forward. See at about this point, things are just slightly off, and that's what's funny is it's just throwing the rest of it off. Because let me delete most of the keyframes on this side. See if I can. Yeah, we can. Great. Delete all of them. Okay. And the reason why I'm going to do this is I'm going to copy and paste them. So, boom. Kick slide. Alright. I should be able to take these frames here. We'll start with just the foot. Take these frames, copy. At this point, the other foot should be out. That didn't work. I see my mistake. Okay. I should work through it as the entire body pose to do that flip to pose stuff. So let's go back to what we had. Sorry guys, I'm still learning. Okay, so we're still animating. All right. Got this. Take this general position here. See if I can face reverse. Nope. Okay. Here. See if I can just copy those. Copy pose. Okay. Actually generally worked. Oh, just gotta frame it, of course. All right. Boom. The other thing is like the rise and fall of the body. So when this is the lowest point for his hips here. On GD. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay. At this point, he's at his highest. The back leg would be nearly straightened. And we're going to take low point here. We go to here and do the same thing. Copy and paste again. And this is so rough. Okay. Now we just got to copy the leg movement that we had on the other side. But flipped. Specifically, I would love to copy that and that. If I can, copy pose. Gonna go to here. Face pose flipped. Is that right? Ah, mark your things, Alex. I clicked on the wrong one. Did I? Romeo? Having to do freelancing. Sorry guys, I had a bit of a freelance work emergency come up, as can happen when you're working on stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and pause for now. I'm feeling a lot better just as far as general animation goes. Gotta say thank you again for everybody being here. It means a lot to me, and honestly just real excited to just keep working on game stuff with y'all and see where we can get with it. As always, thank you for being here. I love ya. Have a great week. I'll catch up with you on Friday, where we'll actually be playing an indie game called Open Arcana that it got a rename recently. It's by Open Arcana Studios. The game is called Soul Recursion, and it's entered alpha, and the creators were very nice to share the alpha code for it. So I'll be playing that stream at the same time of 12:30 CST. Hope to see you there. Have a wonderful day. Ciao.